Hello everybody and welcome to the Sprinters Playground for another Pain Cave sesh. We have a great field size this week compared to last week, and as always flat crit style courses always bring out good numbers with many heavy hitters out here today. And straight out of the gates we have 3 guys off the front, even though the group is heading out at a hell of a pace. In the early stages of this race we very rarely hit zone 1 and zone 2, and the group is already strung out, so I'm happy to be closer to the front so we're not having to work harder for longer. But we do regroup. However, those with the bigger raw watts want to keep the hurt on the rest of us and keep the pace steady. And coming into Castle Park, a few guys tried to make a jump to the leaders, and naturally everyone wants to follow suit, so we all string out again. So I just wanted to stay in control, manage the effort and stay in the middle of the group. In these moments it's easy to panic and keep surging to the front, but trust your fitness and be aware of what's coming up ahead. Now we have a small kicker coming up, so if I had kept surging I'd probably blow up early on, but with a steady consistent effort and hopping out of the saddle we coast to the top of the hill and then can sag back into the group on the descent. And after a decent 8 minutes we do actually get a brief chance to have some recovery here just before the rooftop climb. So heading into the railway sprint, the pace does slow a little, so I took a chance to chill out as I was expecting lots of attacks along here, especially towards the end with the descent. But over the climb it wasn't too crazy, and it was back into some more recovery which I wasn't expecting. But you always know with these lads that the next attack will be coming anytime soon, so make the most of the recoveries as they come. And at this point someone decides to make a little effort and the group follows, and this is a great place to attack, and I thought it would split the group, so I decided to burn a match, use the momentum on the downhill and stick with the front. Annoyingly though, the group does come back together, and at this level I only have a few matches to spare in a race, so I have to use them wisely, and sadly this one worked against me. But at least we're in the front of the group and just sitting in nicely, or at least I thought I was. So if this isn't an advert to get the Zwift Play controllers, I don't know what is. As we drift around the corner, my guy decides to veer too far right, and then we soon end up on the back of the group. And now I have to make a little dig just to catch up and get back into the middle of the pack. And it's little moments like that during races, especially when you're not the fittest of the group, which start to eat away at you. So heading into lap 2, the lads are picking up the pace at the front, but I am in a good position, and then they actually decide to back it off anyway. It's always good to remember, if you were hurting, those around you were hurting too. And it was clear here the guys on the front didn't think we were hurting enough, and so they attack again. And this really strings out the group, and instead of being at the front like the last lap, I am actually caught at the back. And this is always a worry because it prolongs your effort, and you're also relying on those in front of you to hold the wheel too. Now I'm doing everything I can to cling on to the wheels here, but the guys just want to hammer it through this segment. And it never beats doing 4 to 5 watts a kilo and still being stuck right at the back. But we still manage to keep in contact, and the group then starts to settle just before the kicker again. So it's all about just spinning the legs and trying to recover as much as possible here. But heading into this climb I already knew I was in trouble, and after getting halfway up, that was it for me. Sadly though, there's just nothing left in the legs at this point, and sometimes you just have to let them go. So it was time just to have a little bit of a recovery and start thinking about what to do for the rest of the race. So with a quick recovery, we are back to some longer over and unders this week, and we'll try to catch any dropped riders up ahead. And currently we have Mads and Caesar about 18 seconds in front, so the game changes to bring that gap as far down as we can. So if you're looking at the mini-map at the start of the race, you might have noticed there was a big group of people who dropped out early. And this can always be for a lot of different reasons, but if it was just because you dropped, then personally I always see it as a chance to get something out of the race rather than just quitting. But that's just me, and I know some people like to be in the front of the group from start to finish. And at this point we have already reduced the gap to Mads to 5 seconds, and with the descent coming up I wanted to make the most of all the little bumps, so sped up on the downhills, kept the pace smooth on the ups, so that when we come to the descent we can keep the pace honest and push through and try and catch Lambert, who's 2 seconds ahead. But I think he was playing the same game as me, as with every effort I made he seemed to match it, whether I was faster or slower. So to shake up the last mile of the race, I did decide to change the interval, made them a little bit shorter and harder, but fair play to Lambert, he kept the gap and finished ahead of us. And we roll in 28th out of 40. And overall it was a good race, put some solid efforts in, stayed with the group on a tough course, and these courses never suit me, but they are always a fun challenge either way. And that is it from me, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.